Welcome everybody to Latif's Inspired. Today I'm going to do one of my personal favorites, which is the keema and peas curry. Now it's minced lamb cooked with nice fresh peas. The peas got this nice sweetness to it, and I'm not going to use too much spices, so you can definitely taste the lamb with nice pieces of julienne, of ginger, so you're going to have a nice little crunch to it. It's gorgeous and it's beautiful. And the personal thing is, if my mom's watching this, she'll know how much I used to love this dish. And I used to tell her after school, "Mom, what have you cooked for tea?" And if she didn't cook my favorite, which is the keema, I'll kick off and not even get into the house. So yeah, it was really bad. You know, those stroppy kids that, you know, rolling on the floor and stuff like that. Unfortunately, this is the stuff that I used to do. So I feel really sorry for my mom, but respect to her. I've learnt this dish and I've put my personal touch to it. Nice, homely, and it's very simple for you to do and follow at home. So the keema peas curry, Bengali style stroke sort of Pakistani Punjabi style. Very nice, very flavoursome and easy for you to do at home. The pan's getting nice and heated. There was a little bit of water when I washed it. It's evaporating away. Exactly what I want. Right, this is half a cup of just pure vegetable oil. There you go. You can hear the little bubbles. That's the bit of moisture that there was. So let this heat up. So I'm going to add the couple of bay leaf. 2 cardamom pods. Just crack it open and put it in the oil. This is about 1.5 inches. This cinnamon stick. Right, I'm going to use 1 cup of onion. So I didn't capture all of it, so that's about 1 cup there. And use the green cheese. I want it to stay whole so it looks nice. So I'm using let that heat up. I'll just cook this for about 3 to 4 minutes and let the onions sort of caramelize. Right, it's been a few minutes. As you can see, the onions have sort of caramelized beautifully. I'm using some ginger. This was about 1.5 inches cubed. I'm using, it's quite big as you can see. I want it to have a nice little crunch when you bite it. And the garlic all goes in. I'm keeping a bit of the ginger for the end, for the garnish. And traditionally people just put it on top so it just has a nice little crunch to it. Brings out some flavours. It's all about flavours in curries, guys. Right, I don't want the onions to have a bitter taste, so I'm going to put the gas down. So that was about medium high, now it's about medium low. There you go. So some colour has gone into the onions. Right, I'm going to use a bit of salt. So it's about 50 grams of minced lamb. So that's a good teaspoon, heaped teaspoon, and 1/4 of salt. I can smell the garlic and the ginger. It's got a beautiful taste. This is what I wanted. Right. This is about 500 grams of minced lamb. This goes in. Beautiful color in the meat. Make sure you show it some love. Nice. Give it a nice little mix. As you can see, it's sealing in your flavors. Now I'm going to cook this until I see some water releasing from the lamb. So once the water is releasing from the lamb, I know the lamb is sort of cooked and ready for the spices to go in. So there you go. Look after the meat. Give this about a good 5-10 minutes. I'm going to set my little alarm time. Only kidding. I just go on by looking at it. But I know there are a lot of my viewers are sort of meticulous in timing and stuff. So basically, I've just put the onions in. It's about 5 minutes, this whole process. The lamb's gone in, and I'm giving it a nice little mix. And I'm going to wait for the sort of lamb to become like this colour, a bit darker, a bit beige. So that's when I know the water is releasing the moisture from the lamb. So give this about 5 minutes, guys. Be a bit patient. Right, it's been a few minutes. Now when you see the lamb like this, that's when it's going to be, can you see that moisture there? That's the water's released. Right. All the spices go in. I like it medium to spicy, so hence I've added only 1 teaspoon of chili powder. If you like Madras style, whack in a bit more chili powder. I would say 2 teaspoons. And if you like it even hotter, vindaloo or more, just add about 4 teaspoons. I've added the spices moderately. Too much spice in a dish, when you're biting it, it's sort of got a gritty flavors in your mouth, which you don't want. You want it, spices are like basically salt and pepper. You add a bit of salt and pepper to your food, you could eat anything. So the spices, obviously it's exotic, it brings out the flavors, that's why we use it. You have to be careful, after you put in the spices, it tends to stick at the bottom, which you don't want. So be very careful and keep on mixing it. Right, I'm not using any yogurts or anything, because yogurts helps marry up the flavors, makes it more richer, smoother in taste. But I'm not doing that. I'm cooking it traditionally how my mum cooks it. The tomato's gone in. It was just 1 tomato. It just builds the nice little sauce that there is going to be. You can add a bit more tomatoes if you want to. There's no problem. It just brings a nice thickness to the meat. I want to taste the meat, so I've added less of everything because I want to taste the meat. This is gorgeous. There you go. Now this needs to cook out for about 5-10 minutes. So I'll put the gas down a bit now to about medium low. I'm going to cook this out for another 5 minutes. So far the whole process has been about 10 minutes, to be honest with you, and I got it to this stage. Right, so far it's been about 12 minutes now. I've been cooking away. The meat is almost cooked. There's no water in this, but there's about a cup of peas here. Now again, you can add a bit more tomatoes for a bit of thickness at this point. I'm thinking should I, because I love that tomato thickness. In fact, I will do. I'm going to add 1 more tomato. That was 1 more tomato. This is quite bigger in pieces. Don't worry about the caramelization of the pan. Right, I'm going to use about... That was just 1 cup of water, guys. So 1 cup of water. I've added the 1 more tomato to this ingredient, and you can see the julienne pieces of ginger. It's going to be amazing in flavour. So I'll put it on high gas. I'm going to cook this out for about 5 to 6 minutes, and I'm going to let the water the oil come to the top. Then I know it's sort of cooked, and it's going to have a nice little thicker texture in the sauce. So make sure you mix this while you're heating it up, because you don't want it to stick to the bottom. Right, it's been about 4 or 5 minutes since I've added the water. I mean, look at the colours, it's beautiful. The red of the tomato, the green peas, the sort of browny cooked meat, unbelievable. This is gorgeous. Look at the colours. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful. So far, the cooking time, 20 minutes, guys, and it's almost ready. I'm going to just cook it out for about 5 more minutes and it's ready to eat. Basically, the water has evaporated. You can see the oils and the fats that's come out of the lamb. Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. It's mouth-watering. My colleague has just come into work and I've asked him to make me a chapati. So I'm going to have this with chapati. I can't wait. Right, that's now cooked. I'm going to use a sprinkle of coriander for a nice little freshness. Give it a nice little mix. Right, turn off the gas and it's ready to be plated. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. One of my favourite dishes, as I said, and I've made it so simple and it's beautiful. And obviously, you know, when you taste it, you'll understand what I mean from it. It's very simple to do, very easy. It took me about 20-25 minutes to do. So basically, give yourself 45 minutes prep time, cook time, and obviously it depends how long you eat. So if you're a slow eater, it'll probably take you an hour and a half for the whole process. But this is something for you to do at home, and be brave, be bold, go and try it, and I promise you, you know, you can show off with this dish because of the flavors. Right, if you liked what you've seen and you like my personal tips, don't forget Facebook Latif's Inspired, Instagram Latif's Inspired. Make sure, say hello to me, nice little personal touch. Anything that you might want to know, give me a little message. I'll try my utmost to respond. I do try. And again, like, share and subscribe my content. Boost up the subscribers, guys. We're over 30,000. It's unbelievable. It's been about a year now, so I'm just overwhelmed and ecstatic, and I'm amazed, surprised, and unbelievable. So yeah, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And people's been with me from the beginning. They give me messages till now and congratulate me. So I swear to God, I feel so happy. And the book is actually, I'm actually, well, inspired from these comments and the support to actually write a book. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of thinking, making sure I get it bang on. So all the restaurant curries as well as homestyle curries, I'll hopefully have a book out. So thank you very much and see you soon. Latif's Inspired. Keep it up, guys.